that you are Israelite according to the Bible. And today is the Lord's Sabbath day. Read what you got.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
So to remember something, what does that mean? Like, you ain't go what? You ain't go forget it, right? Read.
6 days shalt thou labor.
So when you look at your calendar, it says 6 days, right? Read.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So on your calendar, which day is the first day?
Monday.
No, Sunday. So it said on the 7th day. Which day is the 7th day?
Saturday.
Saturday. So it's talking about today. We supposed to keep it holy. Read.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work.
So we ain't supposed to work today. But is that all? No. Read.
Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy maidservant, thy manservant, nor thy cattle, nor the stranger that is within thy gates.
So everybody that's associated with you that are Israelites supposed to keep this day holy. No working.
For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and earth, the sea and all them that is in it.
So the Lord made everything in 6 days, and he rested. So why we can't rest on this day? See, if the Lord took a day off, why we can't take one day and serve him, right? Read.
And rested the 7th day, wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
So he hallowed it. It's holy. Today is a holy day. So we ain't supposed to work, buy, sell, cook. We ain't supposed to do none of that because this Bible was written for the Israelites, which is a black man and Hispanic man. Read.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 16, verse 23. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord has said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord.
So Moses speaking to the Israelites saying the next day is gonna be the holy Sabbath. Come close. We ain't gonna hurt you, brother. Yeah, we your brothers, man.
And he said unto them that that which the Lord has said, tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord.
So this was the preparation day. So this was saying this will be like the day before, right? So like Friday. So he's saying get everything you need ready on Friday because you can't do the same thing. Right. Read.
Bake that which ye will bake today.
So you're going to bake everything on Friday that you want for Saturday or the Sabbath.
And seed that ye will seed.
So that means boil. So you're going to boil. If you want pasta or something, you're going to do that on Friday, right? Read.
And that which remaineth lay up for you the next day until the morning.
So you're going to keep it until the morning so you can have something to eat on the Sabbath, which is today.
It's a rest.
Yeah, but you got to also, there's something else you got to do too on the Sabbath. Give me that Leviticus 23. There's something else you got to do. You can't just be at home doing nothing.
Pray, huh?
But you got to know who you are according to the Bible.
Yeah, okay, come on.
So who are you?
You finna tell.
But who I want you to ask.
Israelite, ain't that what you just said?
Yeah, but who you thought you was before?
I didn't know. I just thought it was a man.
You thought it was just a man?
Yeah.
So when the so-called white man see you, he don't see just a man? He don't just see a man, right? He sees something before you a man. Because in the Constitution, we are 3/5 of a man. We ain't even a whole man.
That's right.
We below the animals, like the officer was bringing out earlier. We below that. Yeah. Who was brought into slavery? Who? The Africans. So why the Africans come and get us? If the Africans was in slavery, why the Africans in Africa can't come and get us?
They don't want to be us.
When they come over here and they get businesses. They don't even help it. They call us kata. I mean cotton pickers. Yeah, we not real. Yeah, those are real African Hamites. But we not Africans. We Israelites.
That's right.
Give me Galatians. The motherland is not Africa.
Right.
So where you think the motherland is?
If it's not Africa, where is it?
The Bible tells you on point. Right, read.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
Which is what?
The mother of us all.
That's the mother of us all. Of the Israelites. That's where we come from. We don't come from Africa. We fled from Roman persecution in 70 AD into Africa. Then the so-called white man and Arabs came and got us off the west coast of Africa. So did you know that's recorded in the Bible that we was brought here on slave ships?
Did I know?
Yeah.
No.
So you know that happened to us, right?
Yeah, if it's in there, yeah, it happened.
I mean, but it happened historically.
Yeah.
Right? Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So Egypt is synonymous for bondage. So the Israelites, you know about let my people go and Moses. So what was the Israelites doing at that time when he said let my people go?
They was in slavery.
In slavery. So he's saying to the Israelites, y'all are going to bondage or slavery again with what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
So it said that the Israelites were going to bondage slavery again with ships. Now who did that happen to? Hold up that sign, brother. Who did that happen to? Who went into slavery?
The Africans, right?
Well, what people that's in America? What people? What you call them now? What do you call yourself? What do you call yourself?
Black man, right?
Black man, right? That's us. Who is it? It didn't say to be sold on cargo was Africans. What did it say? Right here. It says Negroes, not Africans. So we
Negroes.
Yeah, we are. That's who got sold. Read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
So we just read Jerusalem is that it in that sentence. So it said Jerusalem, we won't even see our homeland no more again. So we're going to be over here stuck in captivity until Christ returns, but we got to bethink ourselves. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Who was sold?
Us to our enemy.
Right? Read. Who was that enemy that bought us?
White man. White man.
That's right. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
So slave men and slave women, right? Read.
And no man shall buy you.
That's an old Quaker word meaning redeem. We had Marcus Garvey. Did he save us? Malcolm X. Did we have Martin Luther King? Huey Newton. None of them saved. Obama.
No.
He made it worse, right? He didn't do jack.
I ain't gonna say that, but yeah, you right.
What he passed? What law he passed? What law he allowed to pass? That men and men could get married. Right? So he made it worse. It's the same. We in the same conditions.
Yep.
It just got worse. Go ahead, read.
That was it.
Okay, give me All right, yes, sir.
Hey, hold on one second. I see you kind of got some type of confusion mixed up with between the blacks and the Africans. Give me Exodus chapter 1 and verse 12. That so-called African Americans are us today. Okay, because those are two hyphenated words between two white men, Leo Scipios Africanus and Americos Vespucci. Two Caucasian men. Okay, two men can't make a baby, let alone an entire dark race. Okay, well, I want to get help you get some understanding about where we was in Egypt real quick. Read what you got. Verse 12.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 12. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew.
So that's letting you know we don't die, we multiply. That's one of the sayings that we always talked about.
Right.
So anytime we're in oppression and everything, you see us right now. Even we are oppressed now, we having kids at a rapid rate. Okay? The so-called blacks and Hispanics. Okay, read on.
And they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel.
Made the who?
Children of Israel.
So it's letting you know that there's a difference between the Egyptians and the Israelites. Just because we look alike don't mean we're the same. Okay?
That's right.
Read on.
To serve with rigor. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage.
So this letting you know rigor means hard bondage. Slavery. Okay? Read on.
In mortar and in brick.
And what?
And in brick.
So you talk about mortar and brick in Egypt right now. What's still standing today?
The pyramid.
Read on.
And in all manner of service in the field.
So that's letting you know we were still in slavery at that time. Give me 11 and 7 now. Because we have to continue to understand that just because we look alike don't mean we're the same people. Okay? They had us in bondage. We was the ones that was giving laws. All right? Read on.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
So the dog is talking about is these other nations. It's not talking about an actual animal talking, a dog, but the Bible is calling these other nations dogs. Read on.
Against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doeth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
So So there is a difference, like I want to continue to bring out. So we're not Africans, okay? So this is what we want. I wanted to clear up for you. But the officer's bringing out an excellent point. I wanted to share that with you. All right?
Thank you, brother.
We're going to get, that was the Bible. Also, we're going to get the scholars that study the Bible. Read.
This is the book. This is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood.
So there was 8 people that lived through the flood, not just 2 or 3, right? It was 8. It was Noah, his 3 sons, and then their wives. Right, read.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
What's progenitor mean? That's like the forefather. Read.
Not the Negroes.
Not what?
Not the Negroes.
So Ham, which is the Egyptians, they came the progenitor of the what? Read that again.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
So Ham became the forefather of the dark races. Right, read.
Not the Negroes.
Not the Negroes. So we not African. Read.
But the Egyptians.
Africans.
Ethiopians.
Africans.
Libyans.
Africans.
And Canaanites.
Canaanites, which are so-called Africans. So we are separate, like the officer said in the Exodus 11. We different than the Egyptians because they never came over here and got us either. We still over here stuck in captivity. Right? Read. What you got? So you know that Christ is a black man?
Yeah, I believe that.
Do you believe that? So you say we gotta pray, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how to pray? So let me get Deuteronomy 10 and 12. So who are you according to the Bible now?
I'm an Israelite.
You're an Israelite. From what tribe?
Right.
Where on the left side, on your right side is what the other nations call us. On your right side is what God calls you. So where do you fall along on that sign? So you would consider yourself what? African American.
So you'll be a Judah.
Judah, right? So it's the same tribe as Christ comes from.
That's right.
So which one's Christ?
Yeah.
That right. Okay, read. Just trying to make sure. So now since you knowing that you're an Israelite, there's something you got to do. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 10 verse 12.
What's your name, my brother?
Winford.
Winford? I'm Asah. Read.
And now, Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
So now, Winford, what does the Lord require of you now, since you know you're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah? Read.
Thy God, to walk in all his ways.
So how do you fear the Lord?
By praying to him, right?
Just praying? That's all you got to do?
Acknowledge him.
It said, read that again.
Come on.
To fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways.
So to walk in all his ways. So one of the ways we brought out was what today is. What was today?
Rest day.
Which it was called the what?
Sabbath.
Sabbath. So to keep today will be actually walking in his way. So you have to do an action. It's action. You can't just sit back and wait. So if you wanted to pay your rent, do you just wait for your rent to get paid?
Now you gotta go pay.
Right, you gotta take action. Read.
And to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the Lord.
To do what?
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
So we got to keep the commandments because that's how we love God. Read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, for thy good.
So that's how you serve the Lord. So now you knowing you Israel, now you got to keep God's commandments.
That's right.
So let's get how you going to pray to God. Give me that in 1 Kings. So when you pray, how do you pray? You get on your knees and close your hands?
No. I could be walking and praying. I don't necessarily got to be nighttime or whatever.
I mean, it don't have to be night, but read.
This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, verse 46. If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not.
So we all sinners, and do you know what sin is?
Yeah.
What's sin? Hold
Anything that's not godly life.
Godly life, which will be
anything negative.
Well, so anything negative is, like, we're going to get it with the Bible, right? Read.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 4.
You listen, sis, in the bourbon? Y'all listening? All right, all praise. Read.
Whosoever committeth sin.
So whosoever commits sin.
Transgresseth also the law.
What does transgresseth mean?
I ain't got to go.
Means to break. If you break God's laws, read.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
So sin is breaking God's laws.
That's
so
right.
you buying on the Sabbath or cooking on the Sabbath, you breaking God's law, which that makes you in sin.
That's
so
right.
let's go back to 1 Kings. Because earlier you were smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
So you know that's defiling your temple.
Yeah.
You know, so that's breaking God's commandments too.
I know.
And the so-called white man created that stuff with rat poison in it, cyanide in it, to kill us. Like officers bringing out that they trying to kill us, but we keep multiplying.
Yeah.
It ain't working, but it's still defiling yourself. We'll get that in a minute. Read.
This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, verse 46. If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not.
So transgress, breaking the law. Right, read.
And thou be angry with them, and deliver them to the enemy.
There you go. If we sin against God, he's going to be angry with us, and he's going to deliver us to the enemy, which is the other nations. Read.
So that they carry them away captives unto the land of the enemy, far or near.
Who was carried away captives?
They were.
No, what people? We just told you who was carried away captives.
That.
No, not Africans. This, yeah. Who was carried away captives? What people?
Oh, Negro.
Negroes was carried away captives because we sinned against God.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us, subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.